Be here. You guys want to go around and introduce yourselves to the audience? My name is Matt Howell, and I'm singing with Third Day.
How you doing? I'm Mark Lee, and I play guitar for the band.
I'm Ty Anderson. I play the bass guitar.
I'm David. I play drums.
We've got some questions from the audience via Twitter. So we're going to throw these at you guys. First up from @PGLong95. There we go, right over there. If you could perform only one song for the rest of your career, what would it be?
Perpetually, that same song just keeps on going.
Like over and over and over.
That one song.
I don't know. I think we all would have a different one. I think that would be like some sort of odd form of torture to have to play the same song. Gosh, I don't know. I'm not going to answer that. I'm going to let somebody else do it. Anybody got any idea?
I think for me it's either going to kind of give two answers. Just one? Okay. The crowds of Jesus.
I think I'm going to say I've always loved you for the purpose of this particular question. I might change my mind tomorrow, but that's what I'm going to say today.
Yeah, that's good. That's
That's a tough one. All right. Next up from Shix511, we have, where is Shix? Yes. Where is your favorite place to perform? Where's your favorite place to do a concert?
besides Liberty. Man, you know, we enjoy playing all over the place. We had some, but gosh, it is fun. It really is fun to come back. Like for us, I can't even remember the first time. The first time we played in Lynchburg was 1994, 95. And then coming back, we've seen this campus grow so much. So it's cool, like today, even as we pulled up, like, man, we've been here like 25 times. I don't recognize where we are because there's so many improvements. It's so nice. So it's fun to go back and see it grow. But always the overseas shows for us have always been really significant. We don't do it very often. We all are married and lots of kids, and going overseas is just challenging, just logistically. But every time we've had some really fantastic shows. And for me, some of my favorites have been in Australia.
I was going to say the same. Australia is pretty awesome.
There's several cities in the U.S. that are really kind of core cities for us, and Atlanta, of course, being our hometown, is one of those. So we like playing the Fox Theater. So it's kind of this old school theater in downtown Atlanta that's been around since I think the 30s maybe. And so that's a really cool place to play. It's kind of like it's almost the best and worst place to play, you know, just because you got family and all your friends and everybody's calling you, so it's a lot different than it's a lot more hectic than another show. But we love being there. We love playing at the Navy Center in Houston. There's venues all through the U.S. that we love to play. Are you guys all? Where is everybody from? Are you guys?
Virginia.
What about you guys right here? Did somebody say Colorado? North Carolina. Okay, a little different. North Carolina. Anybody from South Carolina? One person. Really excited about that. Any other states besides South Carolina? California. Okay.
Alabama.
No, where are you really from? Nobody lives in Delaware. Come on, where are you from? Ooh, awesome. Pennsylvania, very good. Right. Anybody else? Another state?
Alabama.
Alabama. Who's from Alabama? Texas. All right.
All my exes live there.
Maryland. Okay. New Jersey. All right. We're going to talk about y'all tonight. People from New Jersey.
All right,
All right, next up, Twitter question. Here we go. As your kids get older, are any following in your footsteps as musicians?
I feel definitely from my family. My oldest is a singer, and she plays piano and guitar now. She really loves musical theater, so she loves acting. So that's kind of where she wants to be on Broadway. But my youngest son is 4. His name is Emmanuel, and he's singing all the time. Like a really good singer, he can stay in pitch as a 4-year-old. So I think, and he's always making up these songs in his head. And then we do a family, Powell family Christmas album every year where everybody in the family sings a song. And so I just hit record in my little basement studio and said, all right, buddy, you want to sing something? He goes, yes. And so he wants to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And I said, can you say Twinkle, Twinkle, Christmas Star, since it's a Christmas record? He goes, Twinkle, Twinkle, Christmas Star, how I wonder what you are. He got this rhythm all on his own, so, yes.
Yeah, I have two boys who are both playing piano right now and really hating life with that. They don't like it. They actually just got a new teacher, so I think maybe things will change. But yeah, and actually my youngest, I didn't even know he had done this, but for Christmas, on Christmas morning, he handed my wife a bag like that he had put together some stuff for Christmas for her. He kind of did this all on his own. One of the things that there was a song he had written for her about. I think it was about trees. It was like 50 lines about different things about trees. Trees are brown, trees are green, trees are beautiful. It's really cool. So, you might hear that on the next record. I'm gonna We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, there's a band called Rush. They already did a song called The Trees, but this will be very different.
All right, next up we got from King Zach 95. King Zach. Oh, there we go. All right, who was the biggest Christian role model you guys had when you were growing up?
Great question. I think for a lot of us, well, I'll just speak for myself. Definitely my parents, and it wasn't. We were kind of a half Christian home in that they became Christians when I was like 6 or 7 years old. So it's not that I remember a lot before, but when they became Christians, they really gave their life to the Lord. It was significant, and so it completely changed the way we did life 100%, and probably too much to the extreme. But so I'm working through that in therapy now. But definitely my parents just through it all, and they made a lot of mistakes, but they just genuinely love the Lord and they love people. That was a huge influence. And then someone else, Dave and I actually went to the same church, the same youth group, and our youth pastor had a really significant impact on us. I mean, he actually, he had first saw Third Day perform just these guys, and invited them to our youth group and kind of put us together as a band. But even before that, just that we got to do music for, I wouldn't even call it worship music at the time. I think that's before Chris Tomlin invented worship music. It was like Pharaoh, and yeah, it was horrible. The classic. But we would play music, and youth group was like, it was like, what do you do at youth group? I don't know. We played volleyball and we played some music, and sounds good. We didn't have an artificial snowboard thing, but just him taking interest in it, and that definitely helped us as musicians, helped put the band together, and so those are the big things. And I know I'm talking a lot, but a lot of it for us, I started with the band when I was 16, and so for me, it's just these other guys. And I was still, a teenager, and then kind of getting to do life with these guys and seeing their dedication to the Lord and having that accountability now for most of my life has that's been probably the biggest spiritual influence.
Yeah, just to echo what Ty was saying, I think probably for all of us, we would answer our parents. And I have, being a parent myself now, realized how cool it was when my parents got me up every Sunday morning and took me to church. And being a dad and realizing like all of the things that you have to go through just to get your kids up, get them ready, get them to church without tears and fighting and hair being pulled and and then in my case spilling coffee all over the car and it's such a it's an ordeal. So I'm so thankful to my parents that they did that and were dedicated and took my brother and myself to church every week, and just such a huge foundation for my faith. And then also, yeah, youth pastor. High school was really weird for me. My father died while I was in high school, and I was just, even without that, I was just this quiet, shy kid that didn't really interact much with the rest of the youth group. But my youth pastor, even despite that, he reached out to me and was a huge influence in my life and my faith. And so I would have to mention him for sure. So.
As far as the song goes, switching over to that realm, what's the story behind the song?
This is where we get into talking about people from New Jersey. I won't go through the whole long story, but, and I'm not sure if I'll even share the story tonight. If I do, you guys will hear it again, but we were making our record, the Miracle. Anybody have the latest record, Miracle? Anybody? We were kind of towards the end of finishing that album, and that was in the summer of last year. Is that right? Or year before? Last year. Yeah, it's been a year now that's been out. And right towards the end of the process, we went and did a show in New Jersey, and this couple comes up to us afterwards and shares a story with us. And long story short, their son was in his early 20s, and a few years ago, he'd been really struggling with addictions and struggling with depression, and finally reached a place in life where he was just kind of end of his rope. And so he comes up with this plan. He's going to end his own life, and he gets in his car and he drives off by himself in the middle of nowhere, and he finds this wooded area. He's able to drive his car off the road down into these woods where nobody's going to find him. He's going to end his life. As he's in his car going through this process, he turns the radio on, and he can't find any radio stations. Nothing's playing. It's just all static. So he tries 2 or 3 times. Finally, he finds one station. And it just comes through very clear. And the song was playing. It's a song of ours called Cry Out to Jesus. And so he does that. And he just prays and asks God to come into his life and to save him. And he decided right then and there not to end his life. And so as his parents are telling us the story, we're just, crying, thinking about this miracle that God has done. And we said, where's Mark? Where's your son tonight? And they said, well, he's a big Third Day fan. He wishes that he could be here, but he's actually overseas. He's in Asia, and he's ministering to people who've gone through some of the same things that he's gone through. So just, it kind of made clear to us once again that God is a God of miracles, that he's still in the business of changing lives. He's still in the business of bringing people life. So that's the story behind the miracle.
Were you guys excited that he's going to be on the main stage now? Fantastic performance. Thank you guys for being here this afternoon and dropping by. Appreciate it. You guys?
Give us a pre-show concert.
All right, guys. Did you enjoy that?